Hi, this is Greg at the first hour. This is the first video I've made in many, many years. And I used to play the first hour of video games and then write a review on that. And I just thought I have a new video card. I have a game, Leaving Lyndow, which I believe is about an hour or so, maybe less. So I thought this was a nice opportunity to try something out. My kids have been making a lot of videos lately on various games, so I thought I would give it a try too. So today we will be playing Leaving Lyndow by, I believe it's Eastshade. And from what I understand, this was actually kind of a side game they developed while developing their main game, which I also believe is called Eastshade. So they took some time away from the main game and developed this prologue, so we're gonna try it out. I set sail today, still so much to do. I believe this is a walking simulator, which is a genre I actually quite enjoy. Kind of the exploration game where you look around, poke at things, and discover the story the developers and writers have laid out for you. Clara, congratulations on your acceptance into the Guild of Scientific Exploration. You have been appointed Junior Marine Researcher aboard a pioneering expedition into the Northern Seas. We've arranged for your crewmates to collect you at the port of Lyndow. Please ensure you have the following materials prepared prior to departure: spare ship uniform, and great voyages appear to what I still need. And I've crossed out standard marine research kit, rucksack for shore exploration, oiled surcoat of waterproof quality, oil boots, and quote marine cartography. Those last two sound like some kind of book or something. We look forward to learning of your discoveries. All eyes on the horizon. So I need to find some things. Maybe this is the book. There once was a girl who stared at the sea and took notes on fancy anemones. She studied the water and chased down the otters. The girl researched many neat things. One day this girl will sail out on her own in a big wooden ship that she calls her home. She'll go to new lands and sleep in the sands while she researches many neat things. Sorry for how terrible this poem is, but I think it suits you. Love. Love, Jacob. I wish you could come on the expedition with me, but it's not meant to be. This must be my pack. Maybe this is the suit. Standard issue guild uniform. I'd better pack this. I clicked on it and I guess it did it. Still need to pack a few things. Didn't cross it out or anything, but... So you can only click on things that appear to be highlighted. I'm going to miss little cousin Toma. He's so sweet. Okay, you can kind of move the mouse around to rotate this thing. As I said earlier, I just got a new graphics card. I upgraded from an AMD 6950, which is maybe 8 or more years old. Zoom. Okay, the scroll wheel. An 8-year-old graphics card to a new NVIDIA 1660 Super. So that cost about $240. But I can now play modern games. Play games on their highest setting. At least this game I set on the highest setting. So that's exciting. I generally play maybe lower fidelity games a lot of indie games. And just kind of generally have moved back to console the last few years. Especially my Nintendo Switch, and I wonder if Dad would be proud of me, and PlayStation 4. Maybe 6 or 7 years ago, after I'd built this computer, I might not ever see this view again. I played only PC games, basically. That was also kind of a down era for Nintendo, particularly. I'm writing a final time to express my resentment of this decision. Clara is still a child. Why are we letting her choose a path that might destroy both her and our family? Have you really considered the risks of this expedition? Are you even concerned for the safety of your own daughter? Stop her from doing this before it's too late. Concerned, your brother. So yeah, about 6 or 7 years ago when I built this computer, I played exclusively PC games. I built up a huge collection of Steam games. That was a time when they were particularly cheap and went on 90% sales all the time, it seemed like. So I have a lot of Steam games. This game I picked up I think last year, and it was like $3. So the seas of the north are widely unexplored. Researchers predict these waters are expansive, and small expeditions have revealed numerous islands filled with diverse life and communities. Due to the unpredictable and violent nature of these waters, many exploration ships have been lost while attempting to form new contacts and carry out scientific research. This was Great Voyages, so I got the book I needed. Oh, there's a person. Oftentimes in a genre game like this, you may not even see the people.
아무튼
Mother. Good morning, dear. I made this basket of treats to take on your trip. They won't last long, but I hope they remind you of home. And when I remember how sick you get on those canoes, I can only imagine what you'll be like on your expedition. I know we have bottles of seasickness reliever around here somewhere. Your father always needed it too. Would you go check in the attic? I don't want you to be sick all over your new friends. You'll have to find that damned attic pull rod. Of course. I think I saw an attic door in, must be my mother's bedroom. Shadian Post. Lyndow rebuilds, mudslide, devastates buildings but not spirits. Just 4 months into reconstruction, and the town of Lyndow shines with the hope of becoming a modern city. After the port town was utterly destroyed in a mudslide, many citizens of Lyndow relocated to Nava, seeking a quick recovery in an established locale. Despite this, some dedicated Lindazans were reluctant to give up on their community and have instead devoted themselves to re-establishing the town of Lyndow on drier, safer ground with a brand new port in operation. Trade has resumed, and Lyndow is well on its way to recovery. This building does not seem like it is newly constructed enough to have been destroyed and rebuilt in a mudslide. RSS Turtle, the first of its class and the first to cross the Naden Sea. I guess I should get that medicine in the attic first. Okay, I guess I need to find the attic pull rod. I like this open architecture. Alright, there's that. There is a door. Can't crawl through the window, unfortunately. Oh, that was interesting. Alright, my bag is packed. I'm ready to go. I'll get by with what I put in this trunk. Makes me wonder why I have so much stuff in this room. All packed. Achievement unlocked. Not really. I can kind of relate to this. I feel like I have a lot of stuff and just don't use it. Just sits there. Alright, so guess we'll take another look in this bedroom. You can actually see up there. It's bathtub. No jumping or anything. It's a true walking simulator. Alright, I'm back to looking for this pull rod. I like how you can sometimes see the shadow of birds. Oh, here it is. You can actually apparently just play with just the mouse. You can hold right click to walk, and then left click is interact. Maybe I'll try that for a few minutes. Wonder if my father was following his footsteps. One of my favorite games from the last decade is Gone Home. And I think it's a very incredible achievement of gaming and a work of art. So I'm always looking for something similar that will scratch that itch. Ginger and peppermint. I hope I develop sea legs, but this will have to do in the meantime. I am personally also a fan of ginger and peppermint. When my wife was pregnant with our first child, she bought a ton of ginger because it was supposed to, ginger candy and such, and it was supposed to help with morning sickness and all that, and she hated it, so I had the opportunity to eat a lot of ginger. Oh, you're finished packing. You have a busy day ahead of you. Go enjoy yourself. I'll meet you at the Lyndow docks this afternoon. Alright, guess I can leave. I actually have a locked achievement now out the door. I guess we'll start at the top. We'll walk in the forest. So this is not an open game. Need to clear my head. So speaking of another walking simulator I enjoy was What Remains of Edith Finch. I think that's kind of a general agreed upon very good game with some excellent set pieces that it's built around, whereas Gone Home was kind of a single sprawling location that you explored. What Remains of Edith Finch had these vignettes that you explored and experienced, and some of them are still incredibly memorable to me, even though I played the game 2 years ago, I think. This has been here for as long as I remember. How many different songs has it sung? I don't know. I don't have an incredibly musical ear, but it sounds a little out of tune. I don't know, maybe that's just me. How did that song Dad Taught Me go again? Oh wow, is this a puzzle? What it? Hmm. Ah. I'll try one more time. Oh, it's feeling bad for me. Okay, I missed that. That's it. Only took me way too long. We've triggered a memory, I believe. This was the shell of just a baby one. The grown ones were huge, as big as you are, Clara. The entire beach was covered in these critters that looked like the land itself was moving. That was sweet. Impressive looking moon. Much larger than our own moon. At least we're a lot closer. Tides may be stronger on this planet. Here's that crazy drum we found in the forest. Beware, do not fall in, we might not be able to save you. Danger, treasure hunters only, bring your own tools. The wall of treasures. Rania was always a pretty good artist. I feel like this game has been out a few years. I don't remember the year it came out, but I was browsing the Wikipedia page and it doesn't seem like there's any news at all on the proper Eastshade game they were working on with this kind of prologues. So hopefully they didn't lose a bunch of money on this or anything that they had to shut down. But I like this art style, I like this, these pinkish trees. Are those stars that you can see during the day? Wow. This is very slow walking. This reminds me of the slow underwater walking sequence in Knights of the Old Republic. I absolutely love that game, but when I wrote my full review of it, I wrote like an entire paragraph on the slow walking because it just bothered me so much, even though it's like a 1 minute long sequence. And the game may be a little longer, but like a 40-hour game or whatever, it just stood out to me as fun. What we're experiencing right now. How would Claire have experienced that. It's interesting. Unless there's more to these people, some kind of memory transference, or it was simply just a dream. Nava, Lyndow. Interesting. Let's poke around a little more. It would be nice if there was a jog button. Oh. Should have brought this cup back in, I guess. Mom hasn't missed it all these years. I missed some text. Clicked through it. Another quote-unquote walking simulator I enjoyed was Firewatch. And one that I had a hard time getting into was Tacoma by the Gone Home developers. Just, I played an hour or two of it and just wasn't really striking me as something I could really engage with. I'm not entirely sure why. It was basically walking through a space station trying to piece out a mystery of where its inhabitants, what happened to its inhabitants. And I don't know if the mystery itself just wasn't very interesting to me, or the locations weren't. I don't know. I don't know if that's my house. That's way too big to be my house. Alright, I guess I gotta go walk through the forest again. I'm interested in if Eastwatch... Oh, is it Eastwatch? Jeez. If their future game is going to be gameplay like this, or if they are planning some kind of more action elements or anything like that. I suppose some of it may have depended on the reaction they got from this game. I am curious about being able to see the stars during the day like this. I don't quite know what that could mean. Unless it's just an artistic choice. Whether it's, the stars are in theory closer on this planet than on Earth. Change isn't always easy. So I guess I'm visiting my uncle's farm now. That was it for the, kind of the forest vignette. Yeah, they definitely, not that I was going to leave, but... So many summers spent with the old shovel. Goodbye, shovel. Can't say I'll miss you. The uncle must be a very prolific gardener. This is our farmer, I suppose. Uncle's farm. This is an impressive amount of plants that appear to be hand taken care of. When I was little, I accidentally stepped on a bloom sack sapling. Uncle didn't allow me back in the farm for a long time. Apparently these are bloom sacks, must be part of the local economy. Okay, try them in for myself. These tiny bloom sacks, I think. The Botanist's Guide to Eastshade. Crassula natantis, commonly known as bloomsack, is native to the Lyndow region of Eastshade. The blossoms of the bloom sac are filled with a mixture of air, viscous sap, and seeds. Upon reaching full size, blossoms fall to the ground, splitting the encasement and dispersing seeds. If harvested before fully ripened, a blossom will harden into a hollow sphere, allowing for use as a flotation device. Interesting. Useful on a seagoing area. Brother, I understand your concerns, and do not assume that I don't share them. However, I cannot summon any sympathy for your behavior towards Clara. Does she really deserve the guilt you put upon her just as she reaches the biggest hurdle of her life? The choice is not mine, or yours, to make, and this decision doesn't affect you alone. Try to consider Clara's happiness for once. Think of what she is experiencing right now. You are only losing her proximity for a few years. Be careful that you don't also lose her love and trust, your sister. So, earlier we read that letter. Oh, snooping around my house, huh?
Theo Connor?
Clara, I wasn't expecting you so early. You haven't found anything interesting, I hope. I'll be honest, you and my mother have been talking about me. We have. The idea of you leaving us hasn't been easy for me to understand, and the fact that it's such a dangerous journey only makes it more confusing for me. Haven't you ever wanted to explore the world? Of course not. My place is here, and there's plenty to do. Why would I sacrifice my safety for something completely unknown? Making discoveries is a reward in itself. What about discovering a terrible disease? Have you even considered that you may not survive this? The Academy has prepared me for this journey. You have no idea what this expedition will hold. You've read books at your academy. Perhaps you've heard some tales, but you don't know what you're doing. Just as your father didn't know what he was doing until it was too late, and now look where he is, at the bottom of the sea. And that's what he deserves for his recklessness. That was kind of rude. I'm sorry, Clara. That was uncalled for. You know I loved him dearly. This is the life I want. Of course, I only worry that this will be the last time I'll see you. I wish I could convince you that life here is just as exciting as anywhere else. That there's really nothing so great about the rest of the world, but I see that you know your desires. I'll stay safe, Uncle. I hope you do, Clara. Send word to us when you can. We'll be thinking of you. People are kind of ugly. Curious about their facials, their scarves. I've never met anyone who likes bloomsack tea more than Uncle. Well, I suppose he'd have to like it. Or he just like disappeared. Oh no, there he is. I guess he just came and went to poke at me. So that must have been my father's ship that we explored. That was probably a... Wait, what? Did not see this kid before. Toma, cousin Toma. My dad says you're going to crash your boat in the ocean and then you'll sink to the bottom. That won't happen. He says you don't care even if you sink. Has your captain ever crashed in the ocean? Never. I only sail with the very best. Really? So you don't think you're going to die? I'll be back before you know it. Okay, but look, my boat's crashed in a storm and all the passengers fell overboard. Now they're lost at sea. That's unlucky. Should we rescue them? Yes, there are 4 passengers missing. We need to find them. Ah, we're on a scavenger hunt. I saw one earlier. Oh, he's following me. Well, I know where at least one more is. Gonna walk down these. There's one. Oh, it makes a little, hurry, they're dying. Makes a little vibrating noise as you approach them. There's Uncle. There's the third one, the first one I saw earlier. Zoomed in on. All shall perish. Pretty morbid kid. Now to find the 4th. I have no idea where it is. I'm using the audio cues at the moment. How long can someone survive in freezing water? Not very long, I imagine. I do like how colorful this game is. A visual treat. Alright. This is a little annoying. Oh, okay. There it is. Yeah, I'll survive. Thanks for helping me, Clara. A good captain doesn't leave anyone behind. Don't die, okay? I'll bring home lots of stories for you. See you later. So I think we need to experience these little... I don't know if I'd call them a mini game. I don't know if what the ship was. More just a... our imagination. Time for the tea house. My last goodbyes. I'm guessing Jacob is in here somewhere. Short hair and scarves, I don't know what you call them. Tevfik. Ah, here's the great explorer, making her farewells to all the lowly folk not clever enough to go on their own expeditions. I earned my position fairly. Fair or unfair, it doesn't make my own failure any easier to swallow. I truly thought that I would be picked for the expedition. All the tests, all those nights of research, the endless planning and preparing, I've never worked so hard in my life. How could it all be for nothing? I know I shouldn't dwell on it. You worked hard too, and you deserve the opportunity to guild, my friend. You can always apply for the next journey. It's true, but I felt so confident about the exam we took. I was sure there was nothing I could do better. Keep training. I know you'll get there. Thanks, Claire. It means a lot. And I know you think that. With any luck, I'll be setting up my own journey by the time you come back. Enjoy your journey. I know you're going to do an excellent job. Promotion after promotion, I'm sure. Anya. My friend that painted that picture in our clubhouse. Claire, I can't believe the day is finally here. This is so exciting, the beginning of your new life as a great explorer. Think of it, in just 3 years you might have discovered entire new civilizations, and imagine the advancements you make in science. I'm only a junior researcher. Well, don't let that hold you back. You have to start somewhere after all. I'll have to promote you within a week, I'm sure of it. I'll miss your utter confidence in me. Do you remember that fort we used to play in out in the forest? Yes, I went out there last night. I was in the fort thinking about your expedition. And all the amazing things you're going to see. And then I heard the most beautiful drumming. It sounded so triumphant. It was like the prelude to your life as an explorer. I look forward to telling you all about it. Me too. Come on, let's enjoy your final day. And remember to visit us once you become the greatest discoverer of the seas. I will have a Bloomsack tea in honor of Uncle. Unique taste of that one, would you say? Huh. Drinking a tea changes the color grading of the screen. A fourth cup. Whoa. This is very unique. I like that first one. 5 cups of anything is too many. This can't be healthy. I just keep accidentally clicking her. This, I think you've had quite enough. It's just tea. Creepy eyes. Jacob? Hi, Clara. I hope I'm not crashing your celebrations. I wanted to part with you as friends. Last time we met was too sad for such an exciting time in your life. I made this journal for you. I know how quickly you filled them and thought you could use an extra. It's beautiful. Remember when we first met, you were doing a study on anemones. You thought I was a lab underclassman. You had me take notes for you on your findings. You were so enthusiastic about your work. It even got me interested. I didn't tell you that I wasn't part of the program until you finished your study. I still can't believe you stuck with the study. I never doubted you'd achieve your goals with the Academy. You are one of the most determined people I've ever met. I'm glad I had the chance to know you. We made a great team. We did, but now this is your adventure. There's no need to waste it by longing for the future or for other paths you could have taken. It's easy to see that this is your dream. I'm just glad to watch you set off to live it. Take care. Maybe our paths will cross again one day. I hope so. I just notice how hairy these people are. I've heard his music is legendary. If only he was coming a week earlier. Yuri the Bard. Jacob's desk. So a little bit of a physics simulation. Try to get him out, but I don't think I can. I wonder if this is some kind of something some kind of simulation they had to prepare for the regular Eastshade game that translated nicely into a little, cute little thing like that. Well, I think I've said my goodbyes. Had 6 or 7 cups of tea. Head to the docks, which I am guessing is the final location of the game. It's almost time. Poke around up here. This must be the new construction that we heard about earlier in that newspaper. Lyndow construction has come a long way in the last few weeks.
Cool.
Sarush, hi, are you from Nava? Did you go to the academy? What gives it away? That awesome uniform. No one around here has clothes like that. A lot of my friends moved to Nava after the mudslide. My dad says Lindow's port is safer though, so we're staying. Is this where the mudslide happened? No, it was over that hill. It's too dangerous to go there now. It was a really old, sticky town anyway. Now it's in the river. The new town will be way cooler. It's still probably not as cool as Nava. I wonder if we can go look at it. Not sure how far up the hill will let me go, if this is even the hill where the mudslide was. Nope, I've hit an invisible wall. We'll keep heading down. Nothing there. I'm definitely the type of person who wants to explore every avenue before I go to the final one. Mother. Oh Claire, it's finally time. When you were little we thought you'd never leave home. We were so happy to stay in bed all day, drawing, playing with your toys, listening to stories. A few years later everything changed. We could hardly get you to stay still for a few minutes. All of life was exciting for you. Every speck of dirt and puddled water was like a universe filled with unexplored wonders. That was when I knew there was no way you were going to stay home and resist the mysteries of the world. And look at you now. I can't believe how proud and excited I am for you. Leaving be okay without me. I'll be just fine, aside from missing you every day. I'm more worried about what you'll do without me around to hassle you into good health. Are you worried I'll die? Clara, whether we live our lives or avoid them, our time has come. Our time still comes. I'm going to miss you, I'm worried about you, but I'm not going to wish that you stayed here because you were scared of a little risk. Thank you for everything. You deserve it all, Clara.
Mashal.
Azad. These worthless workers, they can't do anything right. Who are you? I'm the lead architect here, designer of these marbles, and supervisor of their construction. This entire operation will fall apart without me. Who are you supposed to be anyway? I'm set for deployment with the Exploration Guild. I never would have guessed. Your trunk is so shabby that I'd taken you for a vagabond. It's a shame how far the guild standards have fallen. Anyway, I won't be distracted by you any longer. Another moment without my supervision and these imbeciles will butcher my designs. Well, I should have asked him about his ugly face. Rude. I'm gonna poke around up here quick first. Quite the location. You can play if you want. That doesn't count. Too close. Alright. Nice one. The reach is very long. Feels like a Half-Life 2 thing. Throwing the can around.
Marshall.
Captain Greta, you must be junior researcher Clara. I'm Captain Greta of the ES Intrepid. We've heard great things about you from the Academy. I look forward to having you aboard. Are you ready to leave Lyndow? I guess this is it. Very good. We'll be boarding shortly. The bell will sound soon. I feel like I'm walking slower. All aboard. Achievement unlocked. Set sail. Well, I think that was it. Short, but sweet. I think I am honestly interested in any future games they will release. The world is curious, at least. I think I'm intrigued by the very large moon, the stars in the sky. I like the ideas of games at sea. I think that could be interesting. I think just one of those games that is probably taking a long time to develop. So I hope that someday we can see it. And that was Leaving Lyndow from Eastshade Studios. A prologue, I believe, to the future game called Eastshade. And this was Greg at the first hour. I don't know if this will be a regular thing at all, but I'm happy to be back for you guys. So I will see you again. Thanks.